What up, y'all? It's your boy D Matthews from AZ Boerboels Kennels, and today we're going to talk about puppy scams. So this video right here is for the first-time buyer as well as the first-time seller, or maybe you are an experienced seller of puppies and you haven't seen this scam before. We're going to go over it. So I breed and I sell South African Boerboels. This is your first time to the channel. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Do all that stuff that all the YouTubers say. Follow over here, click over here, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. And we're going to get into the scams. And the reason why I want to share this, even though you may be a first time buyer, I want you to see this video because maybe one day down the road, you're going to be like, you know what? I got into the Boerboels. I want to become a breeder. And I'm sure by the time this video airs, it's going to be another scam waiting on you. So at least you'll know to watch out for this one. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm going to go to my phone real quick. And I'm going to show you this this text message, right? And let me find it where it was. Boom. Hold on. It's a lot of text in here, y'all. And it's crazy because when you first, okay, hold on, right? When you first look at these text messages, they seem like super legit. I mean, the scammers are good. And the scammer came from a legitimate website that I was marketing the puppies on, okay? So I'm not gonna say which website it is. Yes, I am. Puppyfind.com, right? And it's not puppyfind.com fault because they'll put it on there. They'll say, hey, watch out for the scams. They'll try to do all these different things to show you that they're trying to be legit, you know, in their practices. And they even have a disclaimer up on a website that kind of gives you a breakdown on like what to look for. But these people still get through. And especially with a South African Boerboel that costs, you know, it's not an inexpensive dog. People are trying to get that money about you. So let's take a look at the text message right here. So they hit me up and they asked me and they said, you know, I had one of the puppies named Fina up there. And they said, is Fina still for sale? I said, yes. They said, is it up to date on his shots? And okay, that was kind of a trigger, but I'm gonna keep going through the whole thing, and then I'm gonna go back. We're gonna point out all the little red flags, all the things that triggered me to be like, All right, so is it up to date on his shots? I put yes. Deposit is 1,000. Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. How would you like to proceed? I'm gonna tell you why that's important too. All right, is it potty trained yet? I'm gonna come back to that point too. And I said, all puppies go home with some training, but no puppy is going to be 100% potty trained unless the owner participates and carries out the same training. What we do is make it susceptible for the puppy to already understand what he or she needs to do by the time they come home after 8 weeks. Puppies currently 5.5 weeks old at the time they were. All right. You can take a look at my latest YouTube videos as I give tips on potty training. I would like to pay you with cashier's check. We're going to come back to that, okay? Cashier's check is fine. I'm going to tell you why I said that. Deposit or the balance. Okay, now this is me starting to be like, something don't quite seem right here. Let me start asking the probing questions that I know how to ask, right? So I said cashier's check is fine. Deposit or the balance, big question mark. And they like, kindly get back to me with your name, address, as it should appear on the check. The pet nanny will come for pickup after the fund is available. You got a pet nanny? All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Perfect. Give me your name, address, please. Kindly text me at work. Here's my address, 3410 Cook Place, Clemens, North Carolina. There's a zip code, USA. I'm Daniel Williams, okay? Yes, perfect. And will the nanny be flying from North Dakota as well? I'm gonna break all this stuff down to y'all. Just stay with me. I will ask her about that. She works with people in my neighborhood, and I was told she is very good. Perfect. Since I'm going to be working with her and you for the pickup, I'm going to be working with her and you for the pickup for me, her. I'll type it fast. Her number, and I'll give her a call. I think I meant to say forward me her number, and I'll give you a call. Give her a call right now. Thanks. I'm sorry, since I will be working with her and not you. Forward me her number and I can call her right now. Get back to me. Just wrote over what I said. Get back with your name and address so I can send the payment first thing tomorrow. That's what he meant to say. No problem. Call me after work. I'm driving. Hard to type, which I wasn't. I was sitting at my desk. Okay, call you again for what? Driving. He never called me. We never spoke on the phone. But if you are never off work, okay, now I'm being a smart ass, right? If you never off work to call me, I understand. I know that job will have you working 80 hours a week and never go home. And there was a long pause. I waited. And then I was like, okay, are we done? Now, let's go back and start pointing out the red flags. The part where I was like, this don't even seem legit at all. So let's go back and start highlighting some of these things, right? All right, cool. So boom, right back into it. Again, let's start from the top. They asked me, was Phoenix still available? I said, yes. Is it up to date on his shots? Now, even if you are a novice dog owner, most people know that shots don't really, the puppy doesn't really get shots until it's close to time to come home. So at this time, and you can see on the website how old the puppies were, but maybe not. So some people still don't know that you don't get shots that early. So maybe, okay, cool, that's not really a red flag. But for me, it was being a breeder / trainer of South African Boerboels. So I said, yes. I just said yes, right? Deposit is $1,000, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. How would you like to proceed? Now, rolled over that. Is it potty trained yet? That was my first red flag, that this person was probably somebody either who really didn't know about dogs or somebody who was up to some nonsense. You asked me, is a